What's going on, guys? Isaiah here from FBAbros, and in this video we're going to be talking about textbook season, what the best months to sell books are, and how you can take advantage of it and some of the strategies you can apply to make more money during these seasons. Now, this is one of the most common questions we get is about textbook season for whatever reason. So we're just going to go over it, give you guys some examples and some strategies to make money with it. And if you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe because we're trying to make this the #1 channel for book selling tutorial information on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in that. And for those of you who don't know, we did just release a course, an A to Z step-by-step course, how to make 100K a year selling used books on Amazon, book selling secrets. Link in the description. It's been 24 hours since it's launched, and it's been absolutely crazy, the response you guys have had. We've gotten 15 signups in the first day, which blew away our expectations, and we're really grateful for that. So thank you to anyone who signed up, who's watching this. And it goes to $97 on Monday, I believe, 5 days from whenever it was released. Right now it's $48, so go ahead and check that out if something you're interested in. So the best months for selling used books, used textbooks on Amazon, and most people are going to make most of their money in these months just because textbooks do sell so well, and textbooks are kind of thing you're going after anyways. It's going to be August, bleeding about 2 weeks into September, and January, bleeding about a week or two into February as well. So there's a little bit of bleed over, but those are the two best months for selling books. And why? Well, that's because it's back to school months, right? Students are going back to school, and it's the start of the school season. And as students get their class schedules, they all rush to buy used discounted books from Amazon to save some money, right? So textbooks are super expensive new. They go to Amazon, look up the whatever one they need, and they just buy them used to save some money. A lot of people do it. In fact, most people I know in college do that. And the demand briefly outpaces the supply, right? So demand goes up over supply. It's a marketplace. It drives up the cost of textbooks on Amazon. So textbooks are worth more in these seasons, and they sell the fastest, which is really cool. You can do some cool stuff with that. But just know it's because students are going back to school, and there's this big rush. They all want to buy those textbooks, right? So hopping into some of the strategies, right? How can you profit off of these 2 months? So one strategy you can do is to price textbooks higher to sell those months using Keepa to look at the price history, right? And we're going to dive in after this into actual 2 examples of books that sell better in those textbook seasons, how to read some Keepa data. And we do have a more in-depth Keepa video coming at you guys as well, full guide to Keepa and how to read the data charts. But we're just going to kind of use it to demonstrate that these books really do sell better in certain months, right? But if you have a textbook that you're pricing on Amazon, say you're 3-4 months out of a textbook season, January, August, right, 3-4 months back, whatever that would be, you would look at the price history and you would see what it was selling for actually, let's just hop in because this is really going to make sense. So if you want to do this, right, say you're looking at this book right here, College Algebra 5th edition. So we go here, scroll down, right, this is the Keepa Chrome extension, completely free, check it out. And you can see here I have it set on year, and during August and September, you can see that it dips down majorly right here, and the farther it is down here, the lower the sales rank it is, which means the more it's selling. So you can see sales rank 6,000 right here. Whoop! A couple months later, sales rank 250K, 100K. So it's obviously selling way better in this August-September area, and way better in this January, start of February area right here. So you can see those are the 2 major dips, and most textbooks you come across are going to follow this trend. They're going to dip right here on Keepa during those 2 months. Again, you can see it sells quite a bit less during the other months, but shoots up. I mean, the difference between 5K and 100K in books is huge. So this is selling like gangbusters during those months. And you can see that's all you're looking for. So if you're pricing these books right and you see this happening, you're 1, 2, 3 months out away from this point, right? You might want to say, okay, well, check this out. During July, right? So that's only a month out from August. It was selling for 55. Hop up to August, it's selling for 70 to 80. So if you want to do, if say you're listing your books in July and the lowest used price is 55 for FBA, check Keepa and see what the lowest used was during the previous textbook season this sold at. So if January's coming up, you would check January because the prices do fluctuate based on each month because they sell a little bit better in August usually. But so instead of pricing it at 55, for example, you would actually price this book at 70 to 80 if you want to do that, if you want to wait for the profits. Now, if you're a beginner bookseller, right, you got less than 1,000 books in inventory, just try to move your inventory fast so you can get as much money as possible to reinvest into this. But if you got that little build-up going, you already got a nice stream of income, and don't be afraid to price your textbooks a little bit higher to sell during these months if it makes sense, right? Most of them are still going to sell. You can always readjust the price back down if it doesn't sell, but if you do it right and you pay attention, you can see that the lowest used price was 73 here, and the lowest used was 55. So do what you want with that information. Like I said, if you're a beginner bookseller, definitely try to move your inventory fast. But for us, if we're 1 to 2, 3 months out from a book selling season, we will price them to sell during that season. And I have one more example here. This is a biology book, and you can see sometimes books, they'll only be popular in one season. So this is an August, September textbook. It is not a January textbook. So certain textbooks don't sell well in January for whatever reason. It's just not a January class. It's just not a winter class. So this sells better in August. And so if you only see it there, say you were in January or the month before January, December, you wouldn't really be able to price it for January. So just pay attention to that. Make sure the dips are in both if you plan to price it for that month, whatever month it would be, August or January. But yeah, just be sure to pay attention to that. Some of them are only August textbooks, some of them are only January. And some even have little dips in the summer times, which I'm guessing it's like a summer school textbook, something like that. But it's nowhere near as severe as August and January. So hopping back in, some other ways to profit. Yeah, so basically price textbooks higher to sell during those months using Keeper to look at the price history. Again, if you already have that cash flow going, right? Just want to stress beginners, get that fast money. Another way to do this is with eFlip, and eFlip during textbook seasons has a ton of opportunity. Flipping, buying books low 1 to 3 months before to flip in season, pretty much doing the exact same thing, looking at Keepa, seeing how much it shoots up. It is very profitable because you can even buy, eFlip's still new, it's still a lot of people haven't really mastered it. So you might think online book arbitrage is saturated. It's not. It's not even close to saturated, especially if you have, a little niche or strategy and a good sense of settings, and especially if you buy textbooks to sell during textbook season, because a lot of people aren't putting the work in for that. So a lot of opportunity here. Yeah, go ahead and check out eFlip if you want. It's pretty, definitely don't do it if you're a beginner, because your ROI with eFlip is going to be a lot lower than in person. So in person, right, on average, you spend it all, you make $10, which is great ROI. On average on eFlip, the average ROI is somewhere like 25 to 50%. So if you spend 10, you'd make 5. Still great ROI in a general business sense, but not as good in person. So if you don't have a lot of money and you're still new, definitely source in person. Your money's going to go a lot farther. But if you have some cash flow, you have some experience, right? You know what books sell when, you know how to price things, you understand textbook seasons, definitely go ahead and look into eFlip and give it a try. I'll put a link in the description. And also keep in mind, guys, that this means locally, many students will be reminded that they have old textbooks laying around, right? They go to buy new textbooks and they remember, oh shit, I got a bunch of textbooks in my trunk. That's a real example. We actually saw one of Miguel's old high school buddies at a Chipotle, and he was starting school up during that time, and he was like, oh, we talked about the whole book thing with him, how we're doing it. And he was like, oh, I got a bunch of textbooks in my trunk. And so he took them out for us, we scanned them, and we paid $10, and we made like $40, $50 off those. But a lot of students don't give a shit about their textbooks, right? After they've spent, $30, $40, $50, $60 on them, a lot of them don't know or don't think about to resell them. And that's how they end up donated to these local thrift stores and stuff like that. Just keep in mind that a lot of times during these seasons, a lot of students will donate their textbooks to thrift stores. They'll be selling them locally. They'll just be trying to get rid of their old ones. And old textbooks are still worth money to you, right? So you might see during these seasons not only your book sales increase with textbooks, and in general, because as people buy textbooks, they buy other books. Not only will your sales increase, but you'll also be finding more profitable textbooks during this season or the month before at your normal local sourcing spots or whatever. And be on the lookout for big lots of textbooks being sold on local trading places like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that, because a lot of times people are just trying to get rid of their textbooks during these seasons, and you can pick them up for pretty cheap. And that's a really good, strategy right there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just answering a couple questions about textbooks, textbook seasons. Like I said, we get these questions a lot. And if you are interested in learning more about book selling tutorials, or how to make money selling books, check out the first link in the description. It's our course. We just released it at the time of this video, put a lot of effort into it. And for everyone signing up, again, super thank you. We've been going back and forth with you, talking a lot about everything. A lot of you are super motivated. It's super cool, and we're just glad we can provide that for you. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.